What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Super Beast GN. Today we are playing Wooburg Shrines, 5-color shrines. We didn't play the 5-color last time. We played 4-color shrines last time. So the new shrine, the other shrine that we're playing that we didn't play last time was Southern Air Temple. So we're gonna go through the shrines. If you don't know the shrines, we'll explain them. You know. So the first one will go in chronological mana order, I guess. Northern Air Temple, 1 black mana. So when it enters, each opponent loses X life, where you gain X life, where X is the number of shrines you control. And then when another shrine enters, the opponent will lose a life, you will gain a life. Then we have the Spirit Oasis here, 2 and a blue. When the Spirit Oasis enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine enters, you draw a card. All right. Then the new one that we didn't play before, Southern Air Temple, 3 and a white. When Southern Air Temple enters, put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines you control. And then when you get one other shrine enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, which is nice. The Crescent Island Temple, which is what we were using last time to win, 3 and a red. When it enters, create a 1/1 red monk creature token with prowess for each shrine you control. And then you get a 1/1 for every time you play a shrine after that. And then Kyoshi Island Plaza works the same as all the other shrines, but with basic lands. So we get to ramp in, do more things later. We have 20 shrines in this deck. 20 shrines. In addition to the shrines, we have other enchantments. The Authority of the Consuls. Because, you know, they can still block our things. And we do need to gain life in this deck. So, between the Northern Air Temple and the Authority of the Consuls, we can stay in it. We don't have a lot of creatures. The only creature we have is Llanowar Elves. The Llanowar Elves is the only creature we have as a creature in the deck. We do make creatures with the Crescent Island Temple. The Llanowar Elf is here for 2 reasons. Just to be a blocker we can put counters on with the... a blocker or an attacker that we can put counters on with the Southern Air Temple. But also to ramp early on. So we can get the Kyoshi Island Plaza down on turn 3 with this. Or Crescent Island Temple, which we don't really want to get that down on turn 3, but we want to wait until we have a bunch of shrines on the field. But the other thing we can do is if we have a green mana source on turn 1, like a forest, which we could, it's possible, and Llanowar Elves, we could possibly, if we do also have one of the islands or one of the Lotus hideouts in our hand, we can Spirit Oasis on turn 2, which is nice. And then we can start doing things a little bit earlier than we normally would. And this deck is really good at being resilient and coming back from behind, because we do we do wait till a certain time to like play the Crescent Island Temple, make a bunch of creatures, and then once, you know, ideally we want the Crescent Island Temple on the field before the Southern Air Temple, because when the Southern Air Temple comes out, we get that much more counters. So we want to make a total of, that would be what, 4 1/1 prowess tokens at the maximum. So we're like Northern Air Temple, Spirit Oasis, Kyoshi Island Plaza, then the Crescent Island Temple, and that's like kind of like the way we want to go. If we're doing it in like mana order, we want the Crescent Island Temple 4th, and then we get the Southern Air Temple, which will make another 1/1 and then put a +1/+1 counter. That'll put 5 +1/+1 counters on each creature. So then we'll have 5 creatures with 5 +1/+1 counters that have prowess. So basically, that's the kind of order we want to play the shrines in. Other than that, we do have 3 stock ups in the deck to find things. 3 get lost for removal. Maybe we remove our opponent's shrines. Who knows? And then we also have 4 Day of Judgments, because I am a psychopath. Yes, I you know, I don't know. I just see a lot of people playing decks with no board wipes in it, and then they get into a position where the opponent's got like a million Badger Cubs and a million lands and a million things, and then you just can't come back from it. It's just like, well, there's too many creatures, you know? I think that even if we do have a bunch of 1/1 tokens on the field, the Day of Judgment, getting us out of a bind with the Day of Judgment isn't that bad, even if we kill our own things. Because we do, in this deck, get to rebuild pretty easily, especially with the stock ups and the Spirit Oasis. We draw a million cards. And then we even if the Spirit Oasis is on the field, even with another shrine, we still get to draw a card, an extra card to look. But yeah, so we have the Day of Judgments in here. I think it's important to keep the field clear of our opponent's things. We have to have some kind of interaction, and I think the best interaction is board wipes for this deck, because we do get to rebuild with a bunch of tokens and keep our opponent from doing their thing. We do also, Authority of the Consuls also gets us a bunch of life too. So if they want to rebuild and we have that on the field, they're still not going to be able to block. So, and we get so many lands in this deck, especially with the Kyoshi Island Plaza. And we have a bunch of we do have a lot of basics, and we will be playing a lot of the non-basics as well. But we get a lot of basics, and we get a basic every time a shrine comes in. So we get to keep ramping every time we play a shrine, especially if the Kyoshi Island Plaza is on the field. So there is a point in time where we can Day of Judgment and then play another Crescent Island Temple in the same turn and then just rebuild. So the Day of Judgment, I think, is a must in this deck. And the white mana, not normally a problem, just because we do ramp a bunch. So we can get that double white pretty easily. And then we can also find stuff with the Spirit Oasis and the stock up as well. So yeah, Llanowar Elves probably the weakest in the deck, but I did want to try to get the Spirit Oasis out early. The other thing we're not playing is Aang's Journey, which is probably like crazy, because I think we played it last time for sure. But we also didn't have like 20 shrines in the deck, so we had a little bit more. We had more slots, right? And I think having at least one creature in the deck is really good, especially with the Southern Air Temple putting counters on things. So it's not impossible to get a Llanowar Elf up to being like a 6/6, you know? So I think having the creature in the deck is good. If I were to take the Llanowar Elves out, which in practice, like I said, it wasn't the greatest card because we weren't really hitting the proper lands to do the thing I wanted to do. We're going to try it here today. I think I would take out the Llanowar Elves and put an Aang's Journey in for a little bit more life gain and finding the shrines when we need them. But I think we're going to try it this way. I think the card draw with the Spirit Oasis and the stock up is actually enough for what we're doing here today. So lands we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 basic lands. Once you get the 12 basic lands on the field, I mean, it's insane. But we also have 3 color lands here. None of them produce white mana. We can produce white mana with the White Lotus Hideout, but we really want to get like the green first so that we can Kyoshi Island Plaza early, and then we get the white mana. And I think the first mana you get if you don't have already white mana is the white mana, just so you can board wipe if you need to stabilize. The White Lotus Hideout is in here. We can add 1 mana of any color if we want to pay 1. But if we're at a point where we need to pay the 1, we probably have a bunch of lands anyways with the Kyoshi Island Plaza. So we're not going to really need to do that. This is just really good for like a turn like 3 Spirit Oasis or a turn 1 Northern Temple if you don't have like the proper mana. We only have 1 swamp, 1 mountain in the deck. But that's because we only need 1 swamp, 1 mountain because the Lotus Hideout makes black mana for shrines. So if we do need to play another Northern Air Temple, which is our only black card in the deck, we could just use that. But also, we do get black with the Frontier Bivouac, with the Opulent Palace, and we do get red with the Frontier Bivouac. So we do have other red and black sources in the deck. These will produce blue and green as well, which is our main things because if we want to get more lands to play other things that we need to play, we need green with the Kyoshi Island Plaza, or to find other stuff, find other lands with the Spirit Oasis. So we need that blue. I think blue, green, and white are our like big main colors in here. It is kind of just splashing red for the red and black for the Northern Air Temple and the Crescent Island Temple, but like we definitely have. I mean, we can also just be splashing green if we don't have the Llanowar Elves. But we're gonna see what happens, see how this deck performs under these conditions. And I have no doubts that we're probably gonna play 5 color shrines again in the future with a little bit of an upgraded land base. I think maybe like a 4th stock up, no Llanowar Elves, and 4 Aang's Journeys might be where you want. But I don't know. We'll see what happens today. Maybe we just want that early blocker, you know. So let's get into the games and see how this version of 5 color shrines does. We are playing against the BK Broiler, and yeah, we're going first. So I think, yeah, I think we do this. We get the Opulent Palace down first. It sucks that we can't play Llanowar Elves turn 1. Llanowar Elves not, I mean, it's good, but if we do get that like green mana on turn 1 that's untapped, we can play a Spirit Oasis on turn 2, which is nice. I don't think there's any time unless we want to draw more cards. I don't think we want to play the north. I think, you know what? I think drawing the cards is better because we do have a Crescent Island Temple. So I think we Opulent Palace on turn 1. We White Lotus and Llanowar Elves Northern Temple on turn 2. And on turn 3, we can Spirit Oasis. Possibly even just... I want to get the Crescent Temple down when we have more shrines. So... I think we stick to the plan. We Llanowar Elves, Northern Air Temple, a Spirit Oasis, and then the Crescent Island. Then we can start doing stuff. All right, let's go. We got to do the White Lotus Hideout next. So I think we will tap this for green. Tap the Opulent Palace for green. Yeah. So let's go green, Llanowar. And then we will go Northern Air Temple. Gain a life. They lose a life. And then we get to Spirit Oasis. Yeah, if we could play the Crescent Temple, Island Temple, but I want more value out of the Spirit Oasis. They're on red. But they got to be multicolor, otherwise why would they be playing a multiversal passage, right? I feel like yeah. I feel like they got to be multiple colors. There's no reason not to have the multiversal passage in a multicolor deck. I probably should put them in here, but I should think the White Lotus is good enough. Starting Town. Starting Towns are also good. We have more of a budget land base. They want to kill the Llanowar Elves. We're fine with that because we weren't going to play the Crescent Island Temple anyway. It's good. 4 damage. They could have just dealt the 1 damage. Ooh, that's actually really good. All right, let's draw some cards. Drain the opponent. That's pretty good. I think we want a Kyoshi Island Plaza next. They're going to kill my Spirit Oasis? Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want to do that. You think they have a counter spell? Let's see it. No, they do not. All right, let's drain and draw a card and get some lands. What do we need? I guess blue and green. I don't know. Blue, green, and red? I guess the only black card we have in there is the Northern Air Temple, so we do have the mana to play that. The BK. Opponent not doing much of anything right now, but I'm assuming they're gonna have one turn that just is real explosive. I guess we can Crescent Island Temple next. Well, actually, we can stock. I think I'm gonna Crescent Island Temple and then stock up. I think I'd rather have the stock up not get countered, only because the Crescent Island Temple we have. It is our payoff, but we just have a bunch more that we can play, and stock up can help us find it. And it helps us find that and something else. Alright, opponents got a stock up of their own. So I think we Crescent Island Temple. Hopefully they can't... Hopefully they cannot counter it. Alright, so let's do Crescent Island Temple. And we can stock up into a white temple. I guess we get black now. We have everything else. Blue. That's a lot of lands. Alright, we gotta find... double temple's pretty good. So now, our opponent's got the blue. You may discard. Oh, wait. Did they... Do we just win here? So, I'm gonna do this so we can put on some counters here. And let's do this. If we find another one of these, that'd be great. I guess another green. We have green. I mean... Ooh. Do I want to keep up the get lost? Good game. Okay, never mind. We got it. We're playing Wooburg Shrines. Who's next? Unfortunately, we get the Llanowar Elves. I don't know if the Llanowar Elves are good in this deck, to be honest. I was hoping to get like an early stock up or an earlier Oasis, but you do need a green, untapped green and untapped blue with the Llanowar Elves. It's very situational. But the Llanowar Elves does allow us to play more things later. But maybe we don't need it because of the uh-oh. In that case, oh boy. Maybe we don't Spirit Oasis right away. Yeah, I don't know about this. They are playing all their lands for the one. They would have played another one if they had it. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Alright, I think what they're going to do, play a land, play a loot? Actually, you know what? No. Let's get hit. I'm going to kill the loot. Yeah. Alright, we can stock up? Nothing has haste, so I don't think the Authority of the Consul is going to be a big deal here. Let's go ahead and stock up. We need to stock up. We need that, and... I guess the stock up. Day of Judgment will help us stabilize the board if we need to. Blue-green. All right. We are Simicking. Okay. We are mapping. Got a breeding pool. We are going to take some damage. We're going down below 10 here, for sure. Oh, there's Tishana's Sidebinder. Hit us. Do they have a freaking counter? If they have a counter, we are just dead, right? We're at 8. They only need 2 more lands. If they have like a Fabled Passage, we're dead. If they counter this. I don't like that. They kept their mana open. So, well, we have to see it. Okay. Good, 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 good. All right. Cool, 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 cool. We had to do it. Otherwise, we were dead next turn. Stock up. Sure. They have a Tishana's Tidebinder. It's a counter up to one. If an ability of an artifact creature or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all ability. Okay, so if they do it to my shrines, it doesn't lose it forever. It's just, yeah, if they were artifacts, they would. Okay. So, we can... I'm gonna Bivouac, right? Because that we don't have red. I'm going to Authority of the Consuls. And then I'm going to Spirit Oasis. That'll draw us a card. A lot of... Maybe I should have stocked up. We can stock up next turn because the Tishana's Tidebinder doesn't counter stock up. They could have more counter spells in the deck. Okay. Well. Play that. Can they counter this? That's the question. And what will they counter? Will they counter that, or will they counter the draw? Okay. Gonna get an Evolving Wilds land. Island. Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay, so they don't want us to draw. Stock up. Do you allow us to have stock up, my friend? Sure. And a Llanowar Elf, my friend. For blocking purposes at this point. Or we could use it for mana. I mean, there is that. Maybe we don't block. We're gonna... Oh, yeah, I don't know. Because we are at 11. They did hit us a bunch. Chocobo kick, alright. So, I guess the Southern Air Temple. I mean... Yeah, we can use the Spirit Oasis. We could play a Llanowar Elf. I mean, the Authority of the Consuls is, you know, keeping us alive here. 2 cards left in hand. We're gonna do that. We have 2 black, so we can... yeah, we can do both of these, actually. So they're probably gonna counter this, right? I would assume they're gonna counter this. No? Okay. Another Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay. Okay. They've used all their Tishana's Tidebinder, or they've used a bunch. When this creature enters, return target creature an opponent controls to their hand. Alright, well, we're back at 16, though. Okay, so let's Llanowar Elves again. Opulent Palace. Let's play Spirit Oasis. Draw a ton of cards. Ooh, baby. Alright, so what do we want to do here? We'll block. Go down to 5. Opponent didn't have a counter last time, right? So let's do this. You could do that. What if they have a counter, though? You know what? No fear, my friends. No fear. Alrighty. We have 9 creatures on the field. And we got it, baby. Hell yeah. You go first. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We have multiple multi-lands, which I like. We have 1 white, so we can get lost at some point. Spiders. Okay, well, let's go ahead and play the temple. Then we can get lost something. I don't know if we want to, though, do we? We could try. I think we do, actually. Artifacts and creatures. Well, we don't have the artifact. Cool! Alright, so I think we kill this. Play this. And then we wait. Yeah, because that thing is just... Yeah, if it's a spider, put a +1/+1 counter. Spinner of Souls. Alright. We do know how to block, though. That is for sure. We want a white and a blue. And then we can play another Llanowar Elves because just net even on the amount of blockers that we have, just in case. This thing. Create a food token. We do gain a bit of life in this deck, so I'm not really super worried. Oh, can't attack with that thing now. We're gonna take 6. That's fine. I am going to play that, and there's no reason not to play this yet. And then we can go red. And then black and white. Alrighty, we are kind of in trouble here. We gotta find some way to draw cards. If you played a land or cast spell this turn, it deals damage equal to its power. We are going back up, but we are going to... We gotta hope we draw something great here and not a land. If we draw a land, we're dead. Yikes. I think we gotta kill this thing, right? They do get to draw, or well, not draw, like find a card. They look at the card. All right. That's not a spider. We're up to 20, so this attack isn't going to necessarily kill us. If we find a board wipe, I mean, we're really good. I mean, we're in good shape. A board wipe or a stock up would be nice to find the board wipe, if not a board wipe. An Oasis to draw into a board wipe. 10, 11. What's that do? Alright, they found a spider. They found a hero. Ooh, Scion of the Ur Spider. It's like the Ur Dragon, but with spiders. And that might do it. Alright, let's see it. Drawing 3 cards. Hopefully one of them is a board wipe. We're gonna... Oh my god. Alright, well. Could not do it. But, I mean, we had a chance. There was a chance, but we just didn't do it. Alright, cool. You got it, friend. You got it. Good game. Yeah, I honestly, the Llanowar Elves, good blockers, but, like, not great on turn 1 in this game. In this, deck. So, maybe the Llanowar Elves not the greatest, but, you know. There is a chance we play... there's the small chance we can play the Oasis on turn 3. There's a small chance we can get to the Kyoshi Island Plaza earlier. But I just think because we have too many tap lands, it's just not going to work out in our favor. So we can Llanowar Elf into Opulent Palace. Oh, they're Llanowar Elves too. Alright. That's good, I guess. Yeah, Llanowar Elf. Palace. And then I think we get into Kyoshi Island Plaza next. Get a white mana. We have blue. We don't have red. But we can find red once we get the Southern Air Temple. Alright. We're going to go white. Because we have a second white and we need the Day of Judgment. And then the Southern Air Temple can get us something else. Here comes a Badger Mole Cub. I can only assume the Badger Mole Cub is not far behind with this kind of opening here. Or a Boroid! Well, that changes what we're going to do a bit. Or does it? Alright, let's go with... red. And I think I'm going to kill this now. I know we don't get the block. I'm going to kill it now. So maybe you don't have to waste some of these Day of Judgments. There's going to be more of those Ouroboros. I can almost guarantee it. There's the Badger Mole Cub we were looking for. Alright. And then they have 6 mana. 6 mana. How do you spend that mana, my friend? On another Ouroboros. Oh. Okay. Are they going to attack us? Yes. Alright, we're not too far down. I'm going to do this. And find a blue. We don't have a single blue yet. I'm going to attack. And then I'm just going to go ahead and Day of Judgment. We've stabilized, and we can stabilize again. Badger Mole Cub. Another one. Do you use the mana, or do you attack me? Alright, they can do that twice. Oh, they can get another Badger Mole Cub? Okay. Well, we can play this. Drain them for 4. We need a single black. Oh, we have all our colors now. Look at that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get. I don't need to board wipe this board yet. I don't think we're in danger. Elegy Acolyte. Sure. Okay. Ooh. Alright, let's do this. What do we want? Well, we have more white in the deck, so we can do that. Drain them. Draw a bunch of cards. And then Day of Judgment. We have a 3rd Day of Judgment. This deck is insane. Next, we get to Crescent Island Temple. Alright, let's do this. Cool. 5 temples on the field. We have assembled the Power Rangers. Green, I guess. And, I'm gonna play the land, and I'm gonna wait for the Llanowar Elves. I don't need to play the Llanowar Elves just yet. They're dead next turn if they don't take care of this board. They get a deadly cover-up, and that's fine. And we got it, baby. Hell yeah. You go first. Even though we have the Llanowar Elves and no green in hand, I think... Well, we actually do have a green. Actually, no. We can play it. Let's do this. Let's keep it. Hide what we are doing. Let's go like that. And then on turn 3, we can't play the Spirit Oasis. Unless they play a bat. Strategic Betrayal. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we can't play the Southern Air Temple yet. We can play another Spirit Oasis, though, and that's pretty good. And that draws us, like, what, 3 cards? 2? 2 cards, I guess. Corpse of the Lost. Okay. Let's go with the Northern Air Temple first. That'll draw us a card. Okay. And what does this do? At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you may pay 1 life. Return it to their hand. Okay. They can kill one of my enchantments if they... I'm actually going to do that. So we are in trouble here a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not that bad. Not that bad. Do I have red? I do have red. And then do that. Next turn. So we lose a life for each, or we get damaged for each non-creature we cast, but we do get one back when one of these comes in, so that's pretty good. And if we find another Northern Air Temple, that's pretty good. A Braid. Whenever you cast a non... Oh, no, whenever you cast a non-creature spell. My bad. Okay. Nowhere to run. Okay. We're taking 4 here. We're down to 10. Not great. Let's go like this. This will give us another blocker. And drain them. Alright, we have 2 5/5s here. Bandit's Talent. Okay. I'm going to decline and actually get rid of both of those. Then I'll play the Authority of the Consuls and the Spirit Oasis. I should be fine. Unless they make me discard one of them. And we get enough draw that we don't really care about the Bandit's Talent. If they want to pop the maps, that's actually really good. Okay. A Braid, okay. They lose one of their creatures. Uh-oh. I'll keep the one. Let's drain them, make a creature. And let's not. I would like to find another Northern Air Temple. That would be probably one of the best things to do. We can play the Kyoshi Island Plaza and then another Southern Air Temple. Or do... this is going to be a problem here. There's no way they attack, right? Tiny Bones. Okay. Gain a life. No way they attack. Alright. So... We do that. We don't have enough to play the other Crescent. I think we do this. Drain them. And then kill this one. And we got it, baby. All right, cool. Shrines. Opponent goes first. That being said, I think we mulligan this. Ugh. Okay, if we find one land, we're good. Find one land, we are decent. So, Leyline Axe. Oh, I think we are going to die. Appa. Here we go again. Mm-hmm. So we do get to play the stock up on turn 3, which is really nice. This is blue-red. Okay, so this is a very aggro-y deck. Alright. Well, we've got things that we can do. Hopefully we can find something. Alright, let's just play this. We get more value out of the other shrines. We need to find a land, untapped land. That'd be nice. Kill it with fire. Gonna get lost it, my friend. This is not good. But it doesn't get the double strike the first time, right? Let's say play a land. I think we're just gonna... Okay, they played a land, but they played it tapped. I don't know if that's... I think I probably would play it untapped and then attach. Seam... Oh, okay. We need to find white land. White mana. They don't get the double strike this time. Wait, do? Wait, what? Okay, so I think we're dead. It's trample too. So I'm gonna go with that. I don't know, man. I think they had a really good start. I think we gotta find well, we don't even have white mana for the for a board wipe, so I think we're just dead. Yeah, this is a good start for the opponent. We just don't have anything. The white mana would be to stabilize the board, which we can do. So we're going to take 6. They're going to not attach anything because they don't have anything to attach. Next turn, we are dead. For sure. Nesting bot. So, okay. That's 8, 9. Yeah, even if we find it, like, we still gotta pay life equal to its power. Even if we find like a single target, we can get a white mana for next turn. But the problem is we don't have double white to play a board wipe if we find it. So I think what we do is just this and then take our beats. That would have been nice turn 1. Well, we don't have white mana anyways. So ugh, come on. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Okay, well. They've got the Soulstone Sanctuary. If they just get... Okay, yeah, they got us. They got us. They got us. You got us. You got us, friend. You got us. No need to see any more. Opponent goes first. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think we keep it because we have the Oasis. We do have... Technically, we have white. But we get the... Okay, we get the Oasis, then we get the Kyoshi Island Plaza down. Alright. I think we can do this, my friends. I think we can do this. Oh, also a Shrine Enjoyer. Okay. Well. We can destroy that, technically. They know we're shrines now. They definitely know we're shrines. We didn't have to play it. But why not? The question is our shrines better than their shrines? Are they 5 color? They gotta be 5 color shrines, right? Swifter Cube. They're gonna destroy. They're gonna shoot the Sheriff. That's fine. Something we don't have in our deck. But we do have Get Lost, so Get Lost is actually better against the Shrine deck. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Then we can Kyoshi. And the good thing about the shrines, this deck, the one that we're playing, is we have Day of Judgment in here, so we can take care of their tokens. Now, Aang's Journey. Okay, we don't have an Aang's Journey in here. That's fine. We don't have an Aang's Journey. We're not trying to Aang's Journey. Would be fine though. Oh, don't kill it! Don't kill it! Don't kill it! Don't kill it! They can't. Okay, so we do this. We do this, and then we draw a card. We get 2. Yeah, we're gonna get 2. Oh, we have the plans. That's fine. Okay. Crescent Island Temple. Alright. Alright, so I think I want to do this. Do that. Let's Southern Air Temple. I think we're fine here. We want red. Draw a card. That will be fine. Just wish we can find the red one first. They got another one. They're gonna hit us for 4. Boomerang Basics. Okay. Boomerang Basics pretty good. Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 So, let's do that. Let's do the thing. We don't have a Boomerang Basics in here to do that, but we do have other things. Get black just in case. We fine. Okay. Okay. We have a lot of land. We have the Oasises and the Kyoshi Island Plaza. So I think first we play the Spirit Oasis. Draw some cards. I wish we can find a black before we play that. Okay, we can do this. We have a lot of mana right now. Opponent is ahead. Do they have a way to kill something? Okay. Alright, 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 alright. That puts a little bit of a damper on us. Let's draw a bunch. Another black. Play this. Good game. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go! Don't go! We were gonna do it! Oh.